Hey Finders, welcome back to Fortune Finds. Today we're going to be talking about my second Working Girl series topic. If you watched my first Working Girl series, I explained what the series is about. So if you missed that, I will link that down below and be sure to watch that one after this one. But I tested out liquid nude lipsticks. To be totally and completely honest, the 4 that I tested out, I tested each one out for a week long. I wore it to the office, and I'm like super disappointed in my findings for this month. So if you're interested in hearing about some crappy nude liquid lipsticks, and that sounds really awful to say, then yeah, if you're interested, then let's stop babbling and let's get on to the makeup video. So let's start off with the one that I'm wearing. So this is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude, the shade Slay. Like, this one disappointed me the most. Well, there's like a much crappier one in this video. This sounds like a great video. I'm sure you guys are super stoked to hear about all that I'm saying. This one really disappointed me simply because I like really love the shade of this one and I love the feel of the formula. It just like didn't pull through for me. As you can see, it is like a dusty mauve shade. It's really pretty. It goes really well with my complexion. But I had a lot of issues with it. It is really creamy. You can go over it, so you can layer it. So what I mean by that is if you put on one layer and then it dries a little bit and you notice like, oh, I missed like this side, you can then go in again without it getting crusty or moving or disturbing the first layer that you already put on. So it's not very opaque, which kind of upset me. It's a little patchy. It's not like your ideal liquid lipstick. Now for me, when I'm gonna wear a liquid lipstick, I want something that's opaque. I want something that, you know, I swipe it on and it's on for hours and I don't have to worry about it, because otherwise, if I have to worry about it and it's not so opaque, then I'm just gonna lean towards a lipstick or a gloss that, you know, I'm gonna need to touch up and reapply anyway. That also gives the hydrating benefits. I hope that makes sense. And this one definitely transfers. Now, that usually doesn't bother me with a liquid lipstick, and it didn't bother me with this one. When a liquid lipstick transfers, that means that it's not super drying, and I don't love liquid lipsticks because they are drying. But if you're someone out there who like wants to wear a lip and maybe like kiss their boyfriend, kiss their girlfriend, like whatever, and you don't want it to get all over them, this is definitely not the liquid lipstick for you. I will say that this is by far my favorite shade of all of the liquid lipsticks that I've tried out this month. This is the nicest feeling texture to me. I just wish that the formula pulled through and performed as great as it feels. To be totally completely honest, like I'm gonna buy it probably again once I run out of it, just because it's a really nice nude lipstick for me. You know, sometimes we love things and they're not like foolproof. You know, we love things that have flaws, and I really, really like this color. I just wish that it was like a little bit better than what it is. So that is that. Now, so this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick, and it is in the shade Dose of Cocoa. This is drugstore priced. This is definitely more of a browner pink. It's not as pinky as the Bare Minerals one, but it is definitely way more opaque, and it does literally last like all day long. Now it literally smells like chocolate, which I love about these. Like, it smells like hot chocolate. It's delicious. This is more of like an edgier nude for myself. This isn't like a lipstick where like I'd be running out the door and pick it up and be like, oh yeah, this is, I could wear this with whatever. Like, no, I feel like you have to be in the, I personally have to be in like a mood to wear this one. Interesting applicator. Like, I really do like the shape of the applicator. I like how like pointed it is on the ends. So it does really help you really line those lips. But as you can see, it's very slanted and it's very, very flimsy. So like it takes me a little while to really apply and line with this one. I just wish it was a little bit firmer. This one's like pretty sticky. So see, can you see? When I first applied this, I was like, oh, this is pretty sticky, but I'm sure it'll go away. Like, this stuff stays pretty sticky for like 45 minutes to an hour. It's not like a liquid lip that's gonna dry down as fast as you think it's gonna dry down. It is relatively sticky. It does last like all day. And for me, like once it dries, it kind of dries like a film. Like it's like so opaque. Like, so you could see like in the butt of my lips. See how like just opaque it is? It's really great. I just wish it wasn't so sticky, and I wish it wasn't so difficult to take off. Now I know that might be like asking too much of a liquid lipstick. This is the cheapest one that I tested this month, and it lasted the longest. Like, I'm not kidding you. I wore this lipstick, I put it on at like 10 a.m. It made it through my morning coffee, my 2 afternoon teas, the 96 ounces of water that I drink every day, and like 2 meals. So I then worked out in it, didn't budge. I showered in it, washed my face, didn't budge. This stuff made it through a shower, a face wash, and 2 oil cleansers. Like, I could not get this thing off. So this stuff is like serious. Like, if you want a liquid lipstick that is going to last all day long, that is affordable, this is definitely it. Check it out. They come in a lot of different colors. This might not be the color for me, but I did buy a few more colors. If you're interested in seeing them, I can swatch them for you guys. Maybe I'll do like a swatch video of all of them. If you're interested in that, leave a comment down below and I can definitely do that for you. Let's move on to the next one, which was like the worst one for me by far. So this is the Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick in Dolce K. I wanted to go with like an original. I feel like if you have any Kylie Jenner lipsticks, you definitely have one of the first ones that she came out with, just because it was so, it's still so hyped, but it was like so hyped when it first came out. So I wanted to like test a color that I feel like a lot of people would have, and that is right here. So as you can see, this is by far the darkest shade of the 3 that we have swatched thus far, and it is super brown. What kind of upset me, first and foremost, there are a list of things that upset me with this lipstick. Like, no shade to Kylie. Like, I love what she does. She's a boss babe, but like, I don't know. Me and her liquid lipsticks just don't get along. We haven't gotten along. I've tried her newer lipsticks. I've tried her newer formulas. Like, her liquid lipsticks just don't do it for me. I do really love her lip gloss and So Cute, but her liquid lips just, I can't. We can't like coexist. We just can't. It dries down so dark in comparison to what it looks like in the tube. Like, you think it's gonna be a pinky nude shade, but it is super dark. I'm not crazy. This shouldn't have even made the cut for nudes. This is definitely like a stickier formula, which makes it like a little bit harder to work with. Not only does it dry a lot darker than it looks in the tube, but you can't like layer this. So if you put a layer on and let it dry and then apply another layer, it like flakes off. It's very difficult to work with, and it's so drying. Like, this liquid lipstick is so drying. It is so uncomfortable. It shows every crack, it shows every crevice, and then like as the day goes on, it was literally flaking off my lips. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, this sounds so dramatic, but I'm not being dramatic. I was texting my sister and I was talking to Mike, and as I was talking, like, there were flakes of my lipstick like falling onto my phone. Like, you could literally see the flakes of my lipstick. It was so disgusting. It was so nasty. This one has absolutely no transfer. Like, there's nothing on the back of my hand. It does not transfer at all. And after it dries, it has like a very powdery finish. See? It's like already flaking off my lips. There were so many strikes, and there's only so many strikes until you're out, guys. All right, so last but definitely not least, this is the Fenty Lip Paint Lip Stunner, whatever the heck you call it. I can't even keep track, in the shade Unbutton. This is very, very liquidy when you apply this, which I like because I find that it makes it easier to work with. I really do like this nude. I did have a video where I swatched all of the Fenty lip stunner paints, but when I applied this one, I was like really not into the color. But now that I've been wearing it more and more, like, I really do like the color. I think it's a really pretty nude. It's something different in my collection, and I have a lot of really good things to say about this lipstick. It's very liquidy and it's thin, and to me that helps it apply the best. It's kind of like applying a gloss. It doesn't like flake or dry down on you. You can apply layer after layer after layer, and it's gonna just let you apply it seamlessly. So as you can see, I swatched it right here. It is more on the brown side, almost like a little orangey. It does transfer, so if you're not interested in a liquid lip that transfers, this one definitely does, just because it's like a little hydrating. It's not super dry, and to me, again, I don't mind that. And it doesn't last like super long. It's not gonna last you as long as like the L'Oreal Infallible lipstick, but it's definitely gonna last you a little bit longer than the Bare Minerals Nude lipstick. And it lasted, I would say, for like 4 hours, and then I had to do a touch-up. Now, when I say I had to do a touch-up, it was really just like the middle of my mouth. I would have to say, for this month, the best nude lipstick out of the 4 that I tested was definitely the Fenty Beauty in Unbutton. This is great. I highly recommend this one. And yeah, so although it was kind of a tough journey, I went through quite the struggle in this one. I'm like kind of upset that I tried this one last. Like, it really got to the point where after the the third week, which was the Kylie Cosmetics week, I was just like, dear Lord Jesus, help me. Like, how am I getting through this? This is gonna be such an awful video because I hate all of them. But this is a really, really good nude. I will say, like, there is some positivity in each of them. Except you. There's nothing positive about you at all. Sorry. So if we get rid of this one, so I know I've been calling this Working Girl series, but I feel like a lot of this is going to be like lipsticks, just because I have such a large collection of lipsticks, so it might weigh a little heavy on the lipstick side. So we did nude matte liquid lipsticks this month, and I think for this month we're just gonna do your traditional nude lipsticks. Now, typically I would tell you guys what it is I'm going to be wearing this month, just so if you guys feel like testing out with me, you can, but I have not had the time to go through my lipstick collection. I am really active on my Twitter. I will leave my handle right here. You can follow me along on Twitter, and I will give you guys the rundown of the 4 lipsticks that I decide to do once chosen. I'll also like put it on my Instagram like as a note, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put my handle here as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Leave me a big thumbs up down below. Leave me some love in the comments. Do you own any of these nude matte liquid lipsticks? Can you recommend any good ones? Because I feel like we did an okay job, but I feel like there are definitely better ones out there. And as always, if you have any questions about any of these products, please leave it down below. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have. It just makes my day. I love talking to you guys. I love talking about makeup. Makeup is so great, and it's seriously one of my passions. So if you are not subscribed yet to my channel, why not hit the subscribe button? You're here. It takes 2 seconds. We have a lot of fun here. I'm a heavy review channel, so if you ever have any questions or interested in any new upcoming makeup, drugstore, affordable, high-end, luxury, whatever it is, I usually have already tested it, and it should be up here. And if it's not, again, leave it below in the comments. I'm happy to test out anything you guys want me to test out. That's why I'm here. And also be sure to click the bell button. This way you get a notification every time I upload a video here on my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Finders. Mwah.